Hey guys, so MPI finally has a catalyst. Is this enough to bring the stock up? What should you do if you own the stock? What should you do if you don't have any shares yet? Should you buy, sell, or hold? That's what we're gonna talk about in this vlog. Check this video out. Hey guys, so MPI finally has something going for it. You have to remember this. Over the past few months, I got a lot of messages asking me what's happening in MPI. Why is the stock not moving at all? When all of the other stocks have been doing better, doing well, what's happening to MPI? You have to remember this. Regardless of what you see in the price, regardless of its in action, the stock, based on valuations, the stock, based on fundamentals, is a pretty good company. Please remember this. MPI, as of now, is an amazing company that has been growing, that has exposure to a lot of companies that you have to understand this. Whatever happens to the economy, MPI will still earn. MPI is still pretty much intact and is growing. So you know my style. I want to buy companies that are good, which MPI is, that are growing, which MPI is also, and undervalued. So there's nothing fundamentally wrong about MPI. It's just a stock uh that hasn't been getting a lot of attention, a lot of buying over the past few months. If you look at the chart also and you zoom it out, more than a year already, MPI has just been moving sideways, and the narrative has been so predictable for MPI that there's a support at around the 4.2 peso level and there's a resistance around 5. So those who have been following that narrative, those who have been following that trading progression, buy at 4.2, sell at 5, you probably have been making good money as well when the stock has been flat. That's why the name of not a game, but the name of the game when the market is moving sideways is you're just supposed to know how to trade properly, how to buy from the support and sell at the resistance. Now, let's go to the entire context of this entire vlog altogether. I mentioned that MPI, there's a new catalyst there's a new news item. The news item is just basically this. MPI, they plan to sell either portions or the entire stake of their entire hospital business for around 2 billion US dollars. So you have to remember this. The entire hospital stake of MPI generates around 5% of its entire income for the year, which they will sell for 2 billion US dollars, which is relatively overpriced. You have to understand that whoever will buy it is buying it at a premium. But here's the thing about that. The proceeds of that, they will use the money. They will use it for expansion for their other businesses, especially for the toll road businesses that they're doing. Now you have to understand that's a very, 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 very high capex industry, high capex sector. That means that whatever they get from that will be used to fund that altogether. But that being said, this unlocks more value again for MPI. MPI is already good. MPI is already growing. But as of this point in time, this gives MPI, it makes it more undervalued as of this point in time. So from a value perspective, it makes MPI at much, 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 much cheaper already than where it was a few days ago before this news got released. And if you put it into perspective, it does not change the fundamentals because at the end of the day, they will use that money to further expand on their toll road business, which is very, very profitable for them. But you have to understand the grind of that for them to return the capital is very, very long. That's why I also understand why MPI really hasn't been moving as much, because a big chunk of its earnings also is in long-term placements also, that the payoff for those businesses won't happen in a year or two put all together. So just to give you also another update, Manila is very, very positive, all of the issues, and then they already won arbitration cases for them to increase the rate. So that's very, very good as well for them. Then you have the very, very steady Meralco. Then you have the hikes that they have for their toll road businesses. So this in turn will increase their bottom line altogether. Now, let's go back to the technicals because the name of the game also, if you want to trade, is still knowing what the technicals are because at the end of the day, you will win if you know how to strategically put your spots on. And I mentioned this a while ago that the sideways movement is around 4.2 to 5. So why am I saying this? The stock is currently moving past its bounce from the 4.2 level and it's trying to push up to the 5 peso level. One thing that I would like to point out though is there's a very very strong resistance moving average at around the 4.7 level. Given that it has broken past the 4.7 level because of the breakout from 4.72, you have to watch over the next few days that if MPI stays above the 4.7 level, you can expect MPI to go to around 5 because that's where the next resistance is. But what's very, very important from that is this. The breakout from the strong moving average will denote a reversal. The breakout from the strong moving average will denote a stronger and a bigger and a larger push upward. So if MPI stays above 4.2, you can expect it to have a larger bullish bias to attack the 5 peso level as well. So what I want to tell you is this. Traders, watch out for the 4.7 level. If the 4.7 level will hold, the stock will push to 5. A breakout from 5 will bring it to around 5.4, which is the longest and strongest resistance over the past 1-2 years that it hasn't broken out from. If it breaks past 5.4, you can expect MPI to zoom at a much, much higher and faster rate, and I'll keep you updated on the next target prices for that. So as of now, if it fails to hold 4.7, it could possibly retrace lower, but if it breaks past 4.7 and stays past 4.7, it will attack 5. If it attacks 5 and fails to break out from 5, it's a take profit signal. But if it breaks past 5, next target price is the 5.4 peso range. So that's how you can segment everything. 4.7 is the new support. If 4.7 does not hold, it will retrace downward. If 4.7 holds, it will solidify the breakout. It will solidify itself as the new support. Your next target price will be 5. 5 does not hold, sell, take profits. If the 5 peso level holds and becomes a new support again, adjust to 5.4 pesos per share. So it's pretty exciting if you know when to come in. It's pretty exciting if you know when to trade and not just buy every time you see items. You have to remember, this may be a catalyst. This may bring more people to buy and sell the stock. But at the end of the day, you will win when you don't rely on what the news is telling you. You will win when you don't rely based on catalysts. You will win if you buy based on what the technicals are telling you. You will win if you buy based on what the fundamentals and the valuations are telling you. Because at the end of the day, that's how you can trade and win in the markets. Because at the end of the day, you will win when your strategy and your discipline based on proper principles will carry you through and push you through. So that's it for now. Exciting, no? Let's see if MPI will actually move. But if not, you have your take profits points, and that's where you can make money and sell later on. So that's it for now. Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.